heading into next week, we are now getting to that pre-Thanksgiving kind of period, which tends to be a little bit weaker for the market. So expect this market to kind of consolidate here, maybe pull back a bit. Wouldn't be surprising. We could even potentially take out the 50-day moving average because we're sitting right on top of it right now. Here's what you need to know before the bell this morning. The market rallied and stayed above that 50-day moving average. We tested it, bounced off of it. We're now currently kind of trapped between the 50-day and the 100-day moving average. So again, you know, there's some risk to the upside here at the moment. We've gone very far, very quickly. We've gotten overbought on a short-term basis. Still on a buy signal from a very depressed level. So again, there's probably more upside to go here in the markets, at least over the course of the next couple of weeks. But heading into next week, we are now getting to that pre-Thanksgiving kind of period, which tends to be a little bit weaker for the market. So expect this market to kind of consolidate here, maybe pull back a bit. Wouldn't be surprising. We could even potentially take out the 50-day moving average because we're sitting right on top of it right now. But as long as we hold above this 200-day moving average and the 20-day, there's going to be some really good support there. Now, post-Thanksgiving, now we'll talk about kind of how this is going to play out over the course of the next month or so. So expect a little bit of weakness here maybe over the course of the next couple of weeks heading into Thanksgiving. Post-Thanksgiving, markets tend to do better as we head into December. So as we get into December, wouldn't be surprising here to see the markets rally a bit. Markets always rally into my wife's birthday on the 1st of December. It's just you know, the markets just, you know, honor her that way. But now, once we get into the first couple of weeks of December, mutual funds have to make their distributions. That's where they have to distribute their capital gains, interest, and dividends for the year. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. So kind of expect some typical kind of seasonal weakness in the first couple of weeks of December. Then as we start to move into the end of December and heading into the beginning of 2024, that's where you get your traditional kind of Santa Claus rally. And that's where we're going to kind of probably end the year. So again, you know, kind of finishing the year somewhere around 4,500 would not be surprising. Now, again, you know, whether we get this exact price action or not, who knows? But that's normally kind of how the seasonal tendencies work this time of the year, because there's some pressures on the market itself because of distributions in the first couple weeks of December. And then you've got all those mutual funds that have to rebalance their portfolio going into the end of the year, do window dressing to make sure they have all the right stocks and the right balances on their portfolio. So that's why you always kind of typically get that end of the year push. Then, of course, the first 5 days of January, you get a lot of positions put on the table. You have end-of-the-year contributions that are getting, you know, for IRAs and SEPs and those type of things, all getting put, you know, kind of put on the books in January. So that's why the first 5 days of January tend to be statistically stronger days of the year. Now, once we get past that, I really don't have any idea kind of how the market's going to work because of so many other pressures, economically speaking, that are laying out there right now. But again, you know, the course of the markets over the next, you know, couple of weeks to the next month or so is most likely going to be somewhere within this range. Again, you know, there's enough buying power that's sitting out there from buybacks to basically just investors wanting to be in the markets, and then a lot of performance chasing by professional managers to kind of play catch up with the market through the end of the year, that we should see support here for the markets. But again, we've had a very big run very quickly. Take some profits, rebalance some risk. Don't get overly negative right now as the market seasonality is still working in your favor. That's what you need to know before the bell this morning.